Apocalypse World campaign, and we are in the Waveworld sessions. This episode is the Big Splash Blues, and before we get off into the action, there's always something that we do at the beginning of every session. We set our highlighted stats and what have you. So what we do, and how we do that, is we determine who has the highest HX with any given character, and they get to choose one stat to highlight, and I choose the other. So we'll start with Lemmy Pop Stardust. Who has the highest HX with Lemmy Pop?
Should probably be Scott still.
I have a 4.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
have
high.
1.
Oh no.
I've got a -2.
Lemmy and I are real good friends.
If you have, I believe if
Technically,
you have four,
4,
yeah, I was
you
gonna
just
say,
raised.
yeah, you
I
should
should what?
raise a level.
I should raise his level?
You should
No.
be. No, you should be. You should be able to get an advance, or no, mark an experience point.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you reset your HX back to 0 with Lemmy Pop, and you get a mark an XP and reset it, and that means Castiel with a 1 probably still has the highest HX with Lemmy Pop Stardust. So what stat?
It's a -1.
Oh, -1? Well,
She still has the highest at 0.
Oh, still have the highest at 0. Holy shit. All right, well, fuck. In that case, Starlight... Alright, in that case, Starlight Fingertoes, what stat do you want to highlight for Lemmy Pop today?
I want to see how weird Lemmy Pop can be.
Ready?
Bless you.
I know. Return the favor kindly, sir.
For my part, and I'm going ahead and marking the stats for you real quick here.
Oh, did you want me to do that?
You can, but I've already got it open. So I mean, I'll have you make his roll. I'll have you make rolls for him though, because I don't want to do his rolls. Then I want to see Sharp. So, all right. So we'll go next to Starlight. Who has the highest HX with Starlight? Fingertoes. Lemmy Pop has.
I got 3 with her.
Okay, so you got so you pick a stat for and you'll want to click off the stats that were highlighted from last time, so because you're resetting that. But Castiel, what stat do you want to see Starlight Fingertoes use?
My brain wants to say cool.
Okay.
All right. You're going to do cool. Let me look here. You're going to do cool. I'll do weird. I will.
Thank you.
Castiel. Who has the highest HX with Castiel? And you might want to go ahead and open up Lemmy Pop, Amy, so that you can look at what his HX is and stuff.
Okay.
I've got 1 with Castiel.
He's got 2, and Fingertoes has 0.
Okay, so Lemmy Pop has the highest, it sounds like. So Lemmy Pop, what stat do you want to highlight with Castiel?
You're an angel, right?
Yes, sir.
So I think it's Sharp.
I am gonna go with. I'm gonna go with hard. I want to see how tough this angel is out there. And Eot. Who has the highest HX with Eot?
I also have 3 with him.
Oh damn.
Alright. So, pick a stat to highlight.
What sounds like fun? Why is my brain leading towards? Let's go with hot. That just sounds entertaining.
I'm a child.
Right? He's a child thing. Wow. That's just wrong.
It does make it awkward since you did choose a child thing and a system where sex gets you experience.
I mean,
Oh,
they put
no.
child thing in there as themselves, so it's all.
Oh,
good.
no, I know. It's
Yeah.
just one of those weird ones. So the hot one does make it awkward.
I
So,
was muted when I mentioned that
Oh.
Lemmy also has 3 with Eot. I'm sorry, I was muted.
okay. Well, let's roll off. You guys want to roll off to choose the stat then?
No, have her do it because I chose
Okay.
the other one.
So, have Lemmy Pop do it then? Because she's got Chris's character sheet since he's at home.
Yeah, since I already chose one for somebody else. And
Okay,
you
so
can have him.
Then I'll
Whatever.
choose weird.
you're going to choose weird. I'm going to choose cool.
Oh, that's my negative stat. Performing
Yeah.
under pressure. Oh dear.
Weird is your best stat though. Well,
It
one
is.
of your best.
Weird and sharp.
Weird and sharp. All right. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of start off with we left off. Lemmy Pop and Castiel and Starlight were all on his boat, and you guys were kind of surrounded by like a number of like jet skis and speedboats and whatnot. The people from ostensibly it looks like the Rocky Road. So just by the fact that um, they they seem a bit more organized than most people out here on the water are. But they're kind of but they were kind of standing up, and they were kind of like they stopped you like you're not going any further than this. But we left off. You guys were kind of like squaring off with them, and I think I think their leader, well, the ostensibly the one that's doing the talking at this point anyway, is let's give him a let's see what would be a fun
Wasn't that
name for
Peg
him.
Leg Fred?
No, Peg Leg Fred was one of Starlight's customers. He's the one that warned you
That's
guys.
right.
He's the one that warned you guys that the people from the Rocky Road were being kind of out there and being aggressive. So, what is the? Let's give this guy. We'll call him Harpoon Jack.
Huh.
Yeah. Simple sounding.
To our HX.
Yeah, but at this point, you kind of have a negative with him. It's a negative
Okay.
one. Because your initial comfort meeting with him is in a negative light at this point. So, and I think I think Harpoon Jack, like maybe you guys have heard of him, maybe you haven't, I don't know. But he's on one of the speedboats, but he's kind of stopped. Like he's got whoever his driver is kind of like in the like sitting there waiting, and he's kind of standing up and kind of like trying his best to look like epic. He's got like one foot up on the dashboard, kind of doing the Captain Morgan thing, like he thinks he's like a badass. Um, he does have you outnumbered. 'Cause he's got his gang with him, and he's kind of like, he's like, no going any further. No one's going to the road without. No one's going to the road these days without express permission. And he's like, he says, "You got any medical supplies? Hand them over. Any drugs, bandages, anything you got there."
Was this before or after I pulled out my fucking actual gun on the ship?
It's after. The fact that you have a gun is not terribly surprising. I mean, if you're surviving out here, one assumes you have some sort of weapon.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just a big fuck off gun. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
I mean,
Uh,
Sorry.
no, you're
Sorry.
fine.
I just realized that we didn't do a
you can do.
roll plus weird for bone feel. I get to hold
Oh.
1+1, so
Okay. Yeah.
and then
Let's.
there's like a +2. I just realized that, so I figured I'd just do that. But I
Oh,
just
there
get a
you.
hold of 1, so
Okay.
so
Yeah,
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
you're fine. I completely spaced that you had that ability too.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, he's kind of demanding that he's kind of demanding that he give up all any medical supplies you have. He's like any medical supplies, any scrap metal, like
I don't want to do that.
okay.
Like
Yeah, I'm not
So,
giving myself up.
all right.
yeah, like I'm far too popular. So I'd like to be like, listen, I don't know if you know who I am. And if you don't, that sounds like a you problem.
I think.
But
Well,
I've
here's the
done
thing.
work for your boss. So
Well, see, here's the thing. You guys tried the seduce or manipulate last time and failed.
shit, we did.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and rock if that's possible, though.
That's perfectly acceptable. You can you can try to do
I'm
that.
going to. I need you, Amy Geddon, to roll my
Mhm.
hot
Okay.
and roll high. No, 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 no. I'm going to
Okay.
pander to my audience.
You're not going to crack open the world.
Have you got any forward help or interference to add to this? Can we add? Can we help?
I don't think this actually is one of those deals. They're not an audience per se. There's
Oh, well, in that case, if I
you
have to
can't.
crack open the world, then I shall.
I was gonna say I think
I
it's
will.
probably more of a. So I don't think it's like, hey, we've come to rob you. Oh, we're gonna give you our shit. No, we're here to rob you. No.
Here, take your shit back. Goodbye. No.
Uh,
Now, in
uh,
that case, I will make the noise that the dinosaurs heard when they looked up at the sky and saw the fireball.
Oh fuck me.
Alrighty, so that's a ooh, and you rolled a 10 even on that.
Do
Bless you.
roll better
So
for other people. You're so
plus
welcome. I'm
Bless
glad I
plus
could
you.
you.
help.
Oh god, so
So
Holy
they
shit.
definitely form a cult. Now, what do they do?
so they form a cult. Alright. Yeah, I think they're like I think he's like
And
I
it's
think
really weird because, like, I literally climb on top of the smokestack and grab my backpack, which then forms into a kick-ass guitar, and I play that noise as they watch.
okay, so I think what it happens is the gang starts his gang starts looking at him as like being super badass, like, and they're like, yeah, like Harpoon Jack's gonna take you down. And like, yeah, and and they've started to like talk about like you hear them like as they're sort of buzzing by and whatnot, like they're sort of pumping up the idea of Harpoon Jack in just this awesome fucking figure that he's like this leader who's going to show everybody the way, and what have you. And for his part, he kind of turns around and like he reacts to this, and he's like, he reacts to this like they're still keeping their eye on you, so it's not like they're like, oh, we're not paying attention. But he's like, that's right, it's right. Harpoon Jack will show you the way. Blood in the
This
waves.
is
That's the only way.
so boys and girls. There, what you said? There's six of them, counting Harpoon Jack,
I don't think I
or is
said.
there
I
more
don't.
than that?
I think there's more than six. I mean,
All
there's
right.
a
Well,
few
you
jet
give me a
skis and a
count,
couple of.
because that will decide what I do next. I'm going to take a moment and count.
Okay. Um. So there's two speedboats beside his. So there's two, at least two in each of those. One to drive and one to shoot guns. So that's and probably Harpoon Jack has an extra guy in his. So that's 6, 7. Then there's probably about 5. No, if there's 3 speedboats, probably makes sense that there's probably about 8 jet skis. So that's 7 and 8, probably about 15 of them.
Well then, if they're still just talking trash, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to crack open the world again. But this time, I will make of the noise that is in the heart of all doomed soldiers when they realize they have lost everything they love. And if it works, they'll panic. Amy, if you would roll my hot again.
Okay.
Mm.
What did you
Oh,
roll?
okay. So
Is it
you
8?
rolled an 8 on a 7 and 9. You choose one, but you suffer an arm, one harm, AP loud, which I believe is probably armor piercing. So you suffer a harm for this, but I think, uh, yeah, I think maybe they're just like they like the noise is is such a doom noise that they freak out and they're like and like maybe Harpoon Jack is like, oh, you haven't seen The Last of Us, we'll be back, as they take off. um but they're
As
but they kind of keep their distance, but it's clear that they kind of like charge back a ways, but you can see other boats on the horizon. And
all
there are
right,
other ship.
as they leave, I play "Sting of the Bumblebee" by Manowar.
Okay. Yeah. There's- I don't. it- Somehow in this watery apocalypse, you found like the last CD of Man of War.
No, not CD. It's vinyl.
Oh, it's
Oh,
vinyl.
shit.
Yeah,
You
I have
found.
a working record player.
Did they even release that on vinyl?
I'm 99% sure
Oh,
because
well.
it's also during the time of cassettes.
Okay.
I can ask though.
Hey, well, I just
I'll ask while we continue on.
well,
Oh,
you
I
said
didn't
vinyl,
add
and it
a
made me think. It was like, what? It was like, did they release that? I don't know.
I didn't add a harm to him because it goes 3, 6, 9, 12, 10, 11, and 3, 6, 9, 10,
So,
11, and 12. Do I do the
so
3?
what we need to do is do a harm and healing move. So you roll plus
Yes,
harm. So you're gonna
yes, you
roll.
can completely get it on vinyl.
Okay, cool. You can so roll 2d6 and plus 1. That's ooh. So
Oh,
that's
it
a
didn't give you.
6.
I didn't add the one on there though.
That's fine. That makes it a 6. It's still a miss.
Okay.
10 plus, the MC can choose one. On a 7 and 9, the MC can choose one. On a miss, I can choose something from 7 and 9. If I do though, it's, no, let's choose something from 7 and 9 list. If do, it's instead of some of the harm suffering. Take -1 harm. Actually, so I think what that, I think in the, I think what it is that you miss noticing something important. um, instead of suffering harm. They're running off, and um, well, you know those mutant fish you guys were talking about?
Shit.
Yeah, the giant mutant killer fish.
Yes. There is a really large one that is directly like coming your way. It's the size of a giant squid. Um, in fact, it probably is a mutated giant squid.
That's fine. If that's the case,
It's probably got like
well, how long before we notice it? Because that makes it important.
honestly, there's no real perception skill here. I'm trying to think if there would be sharp.
I was gonna say that'd probably be sharp.
Yeah. So Castiel and Starlight, you can roll plus sharp to see if you notice this thing coming. But
Okay.
Lemmy Pop is completely oblivious to it.
Well, yeah, and that sounds like something that I'd be oblivious to anyway. Like, I'm playing my guitar, whatever.
I think.
Right. You've got your eyes closed.
Alright, so Castiel, I think maybe like while they're watching the Harpoon Jack and his boys take off, that it strikes you that it's awful weird that they just suddenly panicked and ran away. And you can't help but feel that there is something going on. Um, and I think maybe you like look behind you and see just like a splash, like something rather large, like a log or something, just went into the water.
Did anybody mention the giant? Didn't somebody say there was like monster creatures in the water? I think that's where they left. Um, or there's a moving log back there. Something I don't know.
Oh shit, is there wood? We need to go find it. That is a hot commodity.
I love it.
Jumping in the water to look. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not jumping in.
I was like, okay, well,
No.
this is gonna be fun.
I like finger toes. I
I was
wanted to
like,
stay alive.
this could be really epic, and at the same time, incredibly dangerous.
Roll fucking cool. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I there's a So Castiel, you said something, and like Starlight, you're like, where? What is it? Is that kind
Right,
of your
like
reaction?
I'm
Yeah.
legit like, is there wood? Holy shit. Let's go find it. I want to hang myself over the side of the boat for sure to like look. I'm not getting in. I'm looking.
Yeah. There is. You kind of see a Give me. So what happens is it looks like you're looking down there, and there's just like this giant mutated um, anglerfish way above,
Ugh.
and it's just like, and it's coming right at you.
Okay.
Like from below, it's coming up directly at you, not the boat, you. Um, so what I would like to see here is give me a cool, a roll plus cool for me, and we'll
Okay.
tell you what happens here. We'll resolve.
Okay.
Okay, so you in your attempt to scramble back up over the side of the ship, you lose your grip as this thing is charging straight towards you like from the depths, and as you like fall into the water thinking, oh shit, I'm fucking
Oh shit.
dead, you see like as soon as your body hits the water and you kind of like go underwater, you look as you're kind of tumbling, trying to regain yourself, and this thing is coming right at you, and then something grabs it really hard, and it's kind of hard to see what it is, what's going on, because you're still trying to regain your sense of up, but something seems to stop it and grab it really hard, and there's just like a lot of like movement and a lot of air bubbles and a lot of thrashing, and the water just kind of churning around everywhere, and then there's a lot of blood.
I'm getting up. I'm getting out of the water. I'm getting out of the fucking water. And I'm just like, it's not fucking wood. It's not. I need a hand. I'm getting out of the fucking water.
My bad. It wasn't wood. I thought
It
you wanted
wasn't
wood.
fucking.
Oh, my bad.
And like, you know how when a cat falls in a tub and they immediately panic and start like clawing their way out of the fucking wet tub? That's me. I am that person. I am the wet cat trying to not be wet anymore.
uh,
Okay, let's go lend her a hand and pull her back in the boat.
all right. I think because you're kind of doing this, like this is about the time that like you, Castiel, just see like all of these damn tentacles shooting up out of the water, like coming like, and they're just ginormous. They're just fucking 20, 30 feet out of the water, and you can't even see what they're attached to in the water. You just see a large shape that kind of behind all of these tentacles. So if you want to get your friend back over the get your friend back over the side of the boat, you're going to have to roll me on plus cool to see if you can't, because you're doing this under duress at this point. All right. Um. All right. So
I was
you
gonna
are
say we do have our big fucking gun on board, but if we can't actually see anything but tentacles, then let's just try to get out of here, guys.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Full
Eot.
speed ahead.
I want to switch over to Eot real quick here.
What's up?
So you you're kind of like you're by your den, your hideout, or what have you. Maybe you hear like music, and it's just really fucking rocking.
It's
And
terrible. It sounds like the wolves.
yeah, it kind of does. You're um, but you look over. You kind of climb on top of what part of the whatever part of your building that is not submerged. Look off in the distance, and you see a lot of boats out there. It kind of like they're far enough off that they're not just like that they would have to actually know to look in your direction, to be looking to whatever, to know that you're there. But you, of course, scanning the horizon, see them. You kind of blend in with what the top of the building that's sticking out from under. Um, you're kind of like you're looking out, and you see a bunch of like the rocky roads, like sort of like enforcers trying to keep some people out. Um, and one of them, and they start running away, and giant tentacles come crashing out of the surface of the water above the ship that is still remaining there. There seems to be one guy standing about the front of the ship or top of the ship or whatever that is completely oblivious to the situation with the tentacles.
I don't really have a way to get over there other than swimming.
Right,
Like I said, I would say like I'm probably a really exceptional swimmer, so I probably could. And I'm
right,
tiny, so I'm not like a good target.
right. Well, and
Uh,
you've been living out here, so one assumes that you have some survival skills to
yeah.
navigate your home environment.
Um, yeah, probably. See if I, if I wasn't there, I could be in the psychic maelstrom, but that takes I'd be there for an hour, and you guys would be gone. Uh, so yeah, I'll like start doing my little fast swim, dolphin style swim towards it.
Nice. He's just a dolphin. I love the idea of this kid just
Well,
dolphining in the water.
not going
Just,
out of the water, but like you know how you kick your feet and move like a dolphin. It goes really fast.
yeah, that just I love this idea.
Yeah, he's got
That's
his
great.
little strange ass club with him.
That's awesome. Right
His
on.
blade on his back. Oh yeah, I forgot I have 2 weapons because I go crazy.
So I think that at this point I should probably I want to pull something up here because it's gonna do something, and I need the rules on vehicle stuff. Boarding a moving vehicle. That's not what it's trying to do. Shoulder another vehicle. It's close. Might have to deal with it. I think that might be probably what I'm gonna do. So
Honestly,
I
your first
think
thought is pay its food.
yeah, it's basically going to try to it's basically going to try to sink you, and it's got to roll. Let's overtake. That's shoulder roll plus cool. Shoulder to side, inflicting vehicle established. Oh, what is that? Oh, what that's it. Okay, so I think we'll go slash R 2d6 and yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now because it's kind of blundering. Okay, so that's a hit. Let's take a look at what that looks like here. And let me pop. You are now aware of the situation because you can feel whatever happens here. You can feel the. Let's see. Vehicle. I'm gonna say, what is the stat block on your ship? Let me pop.
I don't know where that is.
I don't think we ever actually did that, sir. That was one of those things we were going to get around to, and it didn't.
Ah, okay.
So hang on. It's a gigantic armored war vehicle.
Yeah, we didn't actually pick out all the stats for it and what have you. So I think what we're gonna do is just narratively here. It smacks the boat and it um, until you're able to repair it. It's going to have it's going to have um, the special descriptor, the special modifier of leaky. So I can invoke leaky when I need to with it until you're because he does some damage to it.
No, I
And
understand that. It's a good thing we
yeah,
have, someone that picks up stuff with her toes.
right.
I mean, yeah, I'm here for it. What can I pick up with my toes?
But I also need um, I think I also need all of you to roll something here. Probably going to be. I'm going to let you guys choose whether to roll hot or cool, or not hot, but hard or cool under this circumstance. But you're all going to have to try to keep from falling off of the boat or falling
Lemmy, I think
down.
you should roll cool because you have one more than hard.
Mm, sounds good.
Okay.
Bam! Lemmy's just like he's just balancing himself. He's, whoa! What was that? What the hell is going on here? Um, it's like a Jack Sparrow moment. You barely notice the fucking sudden impending danger that everybody else is like, fuck! um, nice. Starlight. Okay. So, Castiel, Starlight, you don't fall off of the boat. You kind of fall down in the boat. Um,
I'm here for it. I've already been off this boat once. God damn.
but Lemmy Pop Stardust, you are now aware that there is a giant fucking mutated squid monster in the, and um, maybe it's the stuff of legends. Like maybe you're not like no one's like very few people like there's mythology about what these things look like when they come out of the water enough to see them fully, but um, nobody you know has actually physically seen one and lived.
And survived, yeah.
So
Well, guys, we're incredibly lucky right now. I'm very surprised we've made it through this. We should definitely try and leave the area.
all right.
I'm gonna shoot Castiel a dirty look because I thought it was fucking wood. Soaked and sour.
Just
Hey,
like
I don't know much about sea creatures. It looked like wood when it moved. I don't know. Where's the engine
man.
room? Let's drive this boat away.
Okay.
all right. So this is probably going to come under outdistancing a vehicle. Let's see. You do see, like, everybody give me a sharp roll here.
Okay. Hey, I have 5 experience points. Can I use that for stuff?
Yeah. You can actually get a level or an upgrade. You can actually get an improvement. So,
I was kind of, oh
mm.
my god,
Oh,
Lemmy,
yeah.
you're gonna just roll so fucking great tonight.
I appreciate that. On that same note, since I've rolled weird twice, I definitely need 2 experience in my box.
Okay.
um, so, let me pop. Maybe you see it first, but you see like a grouping of of a grouping of mostly submerged buildings, like the tops of buildings. What would have once been probably some of the tallest buildings in the city, in a city or whatever, and they're just kind of jutting out. And if you're going to outmaneuver a giant sea creature, it seems like that might be the place that you'll have the best luck at.
I understand that.
Because if you go forward, you're running right into the waiting arms of the
So that's
rocky
sharp that
roads.
you want me to roll or hard?
So let's see, outdistancing, overtake another vehicle, outdistance another vehicle. So it's going to be roll plus cool.
Oh, if you would, Amy.
Yes. Sorry, I'm totally reading. Yes. This is you. Oh my god.
Ah!
Damn!
Oh my god. I'm giving you all my good rolls tonight. Jeez.
Hey, Amy, you're gonna roll for me tomorrow.
I can
Holy
see
shit!
it.
Holy
Did you
shit!
roll another natural
She
10?
she
Double
rolled a
sixes.
13 on this. This is
Double
ridiculous.
Oh my
Nice.
sixes.
god.
So I think like Lemmy Pop finally becoming aware of the situation while everybody else is scrambling around is like, oh, well, maybe we should get out of here. Oh, hey, that looks like a likely place. Let's just go there. It just like makes it look like it's nothing. Like fucking
Oh,
like
you
there's no
Jack
danger.
Sparrowed us out of there for real.
He did too. That was funny. It's fucking it's funny as shit. But yeah, Eot, you see the boat heading your way, and the kraken, the mutated giant squid, is too. You've generally been saved from the giant squid by being around your building because there are other tops of other buildings there, and you would imagine that might be right where they're headed.
Nice. I've probably like seen it a bunch. I'm like, hey, look, it's the squid. He's just passing through again. All right, bye. Uh, I go down some of the lower floors, look at the windows. Yeah, can I like grab onto the boat then if it's coming my way?
You know what? That sounds like a move there. Give me plus hard here. This is a pretty physically demanding task.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no,
no! We ran over you with our boat.
you did.
Started
You're a boop, and I think like they like swiped you like because you were coming at it from like trying to climb on, so you were trying to like move to the side a little bit, but you didn't move anywhere near fast enough, and it clipped you, and boom,
I was
and
gonna climb the squid, but they left it. That was dinner.
um. Yeah, well, that big giant squid is still heading this way. You guys are aware that you hit something.
What do we hit?
Uh, give me a roll of. You know what? I think this is actually kind of. Give me a sharp. Give me a roll plus sharp here. Damn. Yeah, you see it. There's a kid in the water. Like,
Oh no!
he ricocheted off the hull of the ship.
Dude, you ran over a little kid. What the fuck?
Oh shit, dude!
Stop a second. Let's pick up the kids that you tried to kill.
We probably should. How much time do we have to get back and not die?
um, you might just might be able to do it. I'm gonna require a couple of rolls here.
I'm gonna throw a rope out on
Okay.
the side that we're gonna turn around and yeah, like a rope or like a with a life preserver on the end. Chuck it and then look.
Oh,
Because what do? You chuck it and you look.
so I
Grab
think
the thing.
there's an argument for this to be either sharp or cool because you could either say, well, you're trying to very precisely like land it where he's going to be able to get it. But I think, given the fact that you're doing it under duress with the squid chasing you guys, I think it's probably going to be a roll of cool.
Okay. Okay.
You get it close. Let me pop. I'm also going to need a cool roll from you if you're going to undertake this save the kid thing.
I definitely would enjoy doing that. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
the
oh,
luck's ran out.
that's not good. So let's do this here real quick. Yacht, they threw a rope close to you. You to get to this rope and try to get on board. I'm gonna need roll plus cool. You're doing this under fire at the moment.
I'm gonna bite that shit.
Well, you go to bite it, and you don't exactly bite it, but you do it. You like, in your attempt to bite it, you get close enough that you can actually grab
Okay.
it.
He grabs it too.
Well, it was a partial success. I mean, if
Yeah.
you'd rolled the 10 plus, I'd be like, you totally bite it. You totally are like chomping on that line like a fish. But no, you ate, so you can get a hold of it.
Okay.
Hold the rope in.
So you guys are
Yeah,
gonna pull the
help.
rope in. This is the squid is gonna gain some ground on you here.
I found it too.
It's going to um, it's gonna make it's going to attempt to attack your ship again.
I want to pull out my gun
Oh, damn!
and then realize my gun's not gonna do shit, and then I'm gonna put my gun back. No,
All right.
it's just no. I don't know. Maybe it will. I'll think about it in a second. Bullets are valuable. Maybe we'll just get out of this.
I think what it does is it actually this time it actually grabs the ship with one of its with one of its tentacles and lifts the ship out of the water.
Can I Tarzan swing into a tentacle and just go crazy on it and start swinging and biting at it?
So yeah, sure. Give me a seize by force here. Roll plus hard on this.
It's weird for me.
Oh, it's weird
Snarling,
for you, huh?
shrieking, biting it, quite
Yeah.
possibly around.
Oh my god. You do have that ability. So Castiel and Starlight, you see this kid just swing. You just take the rope and swing over to one of the tentacles that's got the ship off the air. You guys are kind of trying to hold on and not fall out. And just go fucking ape shit on it. And just biting and smacking at it. He's not doing any appreciable damage, but Jesus, he looks savage as fuck. This kid is feral.
In the middle of this, I want to look at Castiel and be like, "Are you sure we should have dropped this thing a line?"
Most definitely. That's
I don't. I don't suppose while I'm doing all that, I can start climbing up towards the ship, like biting my way up.
He's just. Sorry, it's just this image of this show. Just gonna
Hey,
attack
he doesn't
this
get calamari
gigantic
that
30
often,
foot
okay?
tall tentacle. Like a rabid beast. Oh my god. Wow. That image is gonna be with me for a few days.
You throw calamari on the plate, he's gonna chow down.
Alright. So what do Castiel and Starlight do here? Illumipop, you realize your ship has
on the
been
rope.
lifted out. You're gonna what?
Let me
Pull
pop
the
realizes
rope
what?
in.
You're gonna pull the rope in? Okay.
I want to find something, and I want to start chucking it at this monster. And I want to can I see its eyes or just tentacles? Where are we
Just
at?
tentacles. The main
tentacles.
body of it is underwater.
Okay. Yeah, I want to find something sharp, like a piece of sheet metal. And I want to fling it like a big frisbee at the tentacle and see if maybe I can cut it up with it.
So, give me a. First of all, give me a. Yeah, we'll say that there's something there you can use. It's probably not like a ginormous piece or whatever. But give me a roll plus hard here.
Okay. Oh, it's my worst one. Okay.
I think you managed to find maybe some glass that had broken on the ship's cabin or whatever, simply when the thing had attacked the first time, and chuck it at the tentacle, and it and you hit the tentacle and it slashes it some, but it's a 30-foot tall tentacle.
Yeah.
And one of many. So
A paper cut.
How high did I slash it?
So maybe, yeah, just kind of like in a diagonal, because I imagine it this way, that you're probably tilted at an angle and kind of threw it downwards, and it probably went. If this is the tentacle, it probably kind of hit and skewed down like that a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe.
I want to start running towards it with maybe another piece of glass, like a really jagged piece of glass.
All right. Castiel, you're hauling the rope up. Iot, are you still holding on to the rope, or are you now just simply climbing the tentacle?
It's probably holding on with one hand and swinging my blade with the other and biting with my mouth. And now he's pulling me up, so I'm getting more and more bites. It's great. I have to tug a couple times because I'm latched on. He's like,
Right. Let me pop. What are you gonna do?
I am going to Narfle the Gartog.
Okay, well that sounds like a plan.
Narf, what? Did I just stroke?
I don't know what
9
that means.
Coneheads. It's a reference to the movie Coneheads.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
It is. It is.
The
But yeah, go on. I'm sorry.
yeah. So you well, I'm trying to find out what you're doing. All this madness. Are you staying behind the wheel in case you manage to get thrown back to the water, or are you gonna
Oh
try to go
yeah.
man your
No,
big
I'm
gun,
definitely
or
trying to like drive this boat. That's right.
okay? So you're
Fucking so yeah.
okay. So I think it's gonna get. I'm gonna give it a roll here or 2d6, and let's see what it does here.
Jeez.
Jesus. Yeah, it's smacks the boat back into the water, but immediately like shaking everything up, but immediately lifts it back up again. um, Castiel,
I'm
yeah,
having such a
Starlight.
problem getting away.
I know. What are you guys up to?
I don't know. I'm trying to get the dude back in the boat. The
All
little
right.
kid. I want the kid back in the boat so we can drive away to the buildings.
Have I reached the tentacle yet, by chance?
Yeah, you can be like it's not hard to find. It's got a
Or
tentacle wrapped around the back end of the boat, so
okay, so can I reach where I've scratched it already?
um no, because you were chucking it downward. It hit down farther on the tentacle. You'd actually have to start climbing down the tentacle, or
Okay.
have somebody lower you down on a rope to get that far.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it then. I just want to get to the tentacle, and then I want to take my big sliver of glass, and I just want to start repeatedly stabbing this fucking tentacle, like just deep, angry cuts, and
All
I'm
right,
screaming.
all right.
And I'm like, I just want to fucking go home.
Well, give me a plus hard roll here.
Okay. Okay.
Nice, nice. I think you feel like it's almost a moment like you don't like maybe you're like just blindly stabbing and slashing at it as best to the best of your ability or what have you. And there is a point here where you realize, like just that half a second before the fall, that you must have struck just the right nerve at just the right time because it lets go of the boat and the boat drops to the water, which is at this point, because it's had it a good 20 feet in the air, a 20 feet drop into the water. Um, I'm going to need some checks here.
Okay.
Eot, for you to be able to get on the boat and not go flying off further into the water when this chaos goes on and goes down, I'm going to need a cool roll from you.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I'm also going to need a cool roll from Castiel and Starlight as well. Oh God,
Okay.
Yeah, cool is my worst
Oh
stat.
no.
you are not good at doing things under pressure.
No, we're very bad at this. What about Lemmy?
Oh, nice, Castiel.
Is it possible to up your experience twice in one game?
Um, yeah,
Isn't it every
Or
time
like
you roll?
yeah. Every time you roll, you get an experience point. Every time
yeah.
you roll a highlighted stat, you get an experience.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I guess we have been hitting the cool rolls pretty hard. So
Yeah.
Which is okay. I'm not mad about it. I'm just I'm just curious because I have lots of things I'd like to do.
all right. So let me pop. Let's see. First, let's see. Starlight and Castiel, you managed to not fly off of the boat. Eot, you. Let's see. Two. Going to be 2 harm from the fall, and then I'm going to need you to roll 2d6 plus 2. Those harm and healing moves.
Good for you.
No, that's bad. That's the worst
Damn!
thing to
Oh no, is
roll.
that bad? Is that the bad way?
That's the
Oh
worst.
man,
I rolled 2 ones for my good one, and I rolled 2 6s for the bad one.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so 10 plus, I can choose one. It's worse than you thought. Take an additional harm, so 3 harm here.
I'm gonna just go ahead and activate the mother's heartbeat and
Okay.
withdraw into the psychic maelstrom.
In
Okay.
the water.
Yeah. All right. On a 7 to 9, choose one. I emerge again an hour later, and I can either watch and hear what's happening where I was, reemerge in a different place altogether, heal of all harm, or bring someone with me. I'm going to reemerge in a different place altogether.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I'm out of this.
That's fine.
It's like the rabid child.
Just like you guys sort of lose track of.
You hear crazy screaming, and like I guess the water like moves up and pulls me down, and I just melt into the water.
Nice.
Oh my god, it's so weird. I love it.
The fucking child thing is insane. I love it. Let me
Where the fuck
pop.
did that kid go? Castiel, do you think it's one again?
I was trying to help the kid, and he disappears on us. Whatever. We're in the water. Let's drive the fuck to those buildings, dude.
So that would probably be. So that would be. Let me pop with a cool roll to try to get away from the squid.
Oh, I'm
Not
sorry.
good.
We didn't get away from the squid.
Oh my god, this is fucking.
Sorry.
Some
Those
sessions
are
are
all over
like
the
this.
fucking place.
Some sessions are like this. I don't know. Let's see.
There's still tentacle on the ship, right? Like it's like a detached tentacle on the
No,
ship.
just
No,
let
it's
go.
not. You no, it's just like go. You just hit a nerve. You didn't cut anything off. You
Damn.
just hit the
I
right
thought
nerve at
we'd
the
get
right
some
time.
protein tonight, you guys.
I think you are. What is Squid gonna do here? Honestly, the Squid's probably going to. Let's find out. Let's see. Try to club the ship. It misses. Water sprays everywhere as it tries to slap at the water again. Give me a cool roll if you're still trying to outdistance it. And anybody who's taking other actions can do so.
No.
Alright.
I want to look for that kid because, like, where the fuck did that kid go? Now I care.
Right?
I don't know. I
For-
pulled the road
I think
base.
that's just
Nothing
like
there.
a problem you have as a player. You always want the kids.
I do. It is real bad. Not like want the kids. Like I want to make sure the kids are okay. Like
Well, I
go
think
back to your mother now and you're fine.
I think that with an 8, you manage to get to the buildings, and the squid's not able to follow you, but it knows you're there and it's lurking outside of this area. So I think this is one of those where you're either going to have to figure out how to slip out of this area without being seen by this thing, or you're going to have to wait it out.
And maybe fix the leaky hole.
Yeah, and you're going to need to figure out because you have your boat is leaking too, so you're going to need to do some repairs.
Right.
However, you are surrounded by the tops of several buildings from an ancient city.
I mean, and you
Let's
do
go
have a
walk
pretty
around.
kick-ass mechanic on board, so I could start working on that. Like I've got, let's see here. Um, would Bonefield work for this? Like I've already got the tools, I'm good to go.
Let me look at feel again here real quick. Yes, maybe they're from tools of knowledge. Whether without any clear explanation. Hmm. I'm going to rule that you can find and scavenge up enough materials to give the ship a patch that will get you to, that could potentially get you back to your workshop.
Okay.
But it's going to take time.
Okay, yeah,
You're going to be
sure.
here for a little while.
That's
All
fine.
right. While she's fixing the ship, I'm gonna go wander on top of buildings because that sounds fun.
All right. So, and the way it is like if you've ever seen like similar, movies or animes that have this kind of effect, like maybe it's like the buildings are like maybe 1 to 5 floors of the building are above the water with the rest below, like with each of them. So like one of them might be one only the top floor is above the water. One of them may be that 4 floors are above water. One of them may just be two. Uh,
So can I go to a lower floor and look out the windows and look into the water or something, or are they like flooded?
for the most part, they appear to be flooded. But why don't you give me a sharp roll to see if you can find one that isn't.
Hey.
Ooh. So you find a number of different places. You find that most of which are predominantly submerged, except for the parts that are out of the water. And even there, they're like, oh, there's a layer of water on the floor in this particular floor that is mostly not submerged. Because it's not like it's like a neat division. Okay, the water line goes only up to the floor here, and then only up to the floor there, but never in between. Now, there's like there are a few places where you'd be slogging through what amounts to puddle deep water in there somewhere. Like the first floor that's out of the water is you'd be waist deep or knee deep or whatever. And then there is one or two where there's like a whole floor. And to make it difficult even, some of the buildings appear to have been moved either by currents over the course of time or whatever sort of like whatever other sort of forces may have managed to tectonic shifting, what have you. Some of the buildings are even at an angle, so it's like partial. So you get the water line going like that across the building, kind of thing. Um, but the so but you do notice that there is a number of these kind of places that exist. And you're pretty sure that there's at least one or two that are sealed enough that there's probably dry, at least for a ways down below the surface. Because some of them don't look like, some of them very clearly you're like, oh, hey, that's got the pressure obviously cracked some of the windows here or there, or so there's got to be seepage. But there are some that are like, that was a really well developed building. It's still standing straight up, and there doesn't seem to be any, cracks in it. It's not to say there aren't any lower below and uh, lower floors and whatnot, but at least for a portion, some of it probably is.
I don't know. I'm just wandering around looking at the area while she's fixing the ship, just surveying the buildings, not really doing anything important, and taking like 30 minutes wandering around and come back and see what her progress is.
All right, let me pop. What are you doing with this time?
At the moment, I am just trying to help with the boat.
Okay,
She may be able to pick up stuff with her toes, but I will still hand her stuff if she needs me to.
okay.
Like scorpion bend to give myself the things.
Nice.
So weird. So weird character.
So, Castiel, I think you do eventually come upon a building where there's only part of the sign that's visible above the water. Just just a few letters. And uh, it's been a couple of hours since the desperate battle with the mutated squid. Um, and I
I
think,
wonder what's coming.
Yacht, I'm I'm guessing that when you were coming out, you were going to be coming out in your hideout.
Yep.
Okay, and it's kind of what I was saying. I wanted to make sure before I just assumed.
Right. Yeah,
Alright.
just pop him back inside of his little his den.
Yeah, yeah. You you emerged from the craziness. Um, so give me a Castiel and Yacht. Both of you give me a sharp roll.
God,
Oh my God! Wow!
Oh
Holy
no.
shit! I mean, maybe we
what?
get this. Maybe we get this thing where like the both of you are in the building at the same time, and you walk by each other, but
I
it's
was
not. But it's like what you're maybe like crawling along behind some furniture or something, and not aware, looking up at all, and Castiel is walking by on the other side of a divider or something, and just like not
well.
looking down. You guys
I was
just
gonna
walk
say
by without seeing each other.
I'd probably have my radio on because I have a radio that still works. It would be mostly static, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
comforts him at night. And
yeah.
when he's injured,
Oh.
Oh, okay. So that's you. That would be on then.
yeah, he'd be having that on because he's probably sitting there like wrapping. It's a hotel, so he has tons of like bedding and sheets that have been dried out in the sun and brought back in. That's kind of his bed. It's just a giant pile of sheets and stuff. He's already ripping some up and having to like bandage up his arm a little bit. Cut himself
Right,
on his own blade when he fell.
right. Just like, smacked into the water super hard and cut yourself. Yeah. I guess Castiel, you would probably then hear this static. Like,
Don't know how it stays powered, but apparently is. Maybe it's solar powered. I don't know.
mm,
It's a crank. It's a crank battery. Come on.
could
Okay,
be.
find the radio. That sounds like fun. My
Right.
dad. Pull out my little stun gun.
You know what? I will allow you to reroll your sharp here because mitigating circumstances. I didn't realize he had his radio on.
Yeah, it's his white noise machine. Is essentially how I've decided. Unless there's actual radio stations, it's just like.
All right. Well, I think maybe you find uh, maybe you find the radio, but give me a sharp roll, Eot.
Mhm. I'm probably buried in sheets or something, so it could be. Yeah.
You are unaware of
Yep.
Castiel's approach. Castiel, you find the radio. You find this radio. It still worked. Obviously, there's no stations. It's just static.
Oh, pick it up, look at it, put it down. That's kind of cool.
All right.
I don't know.
I think you would actually probably hear that Eot, Castiel talking to himself.
Oh, I don't know if I should actually attack or if just make it seem like, because he's curled up in his blankets, he's bandaged up, he's laying down, he's got the noise, and he hears something really close. If he would just go into full ferocious mode again, he'd probably just like a explosion of sheets pop up nearby, and you just see this child running at you, screaming like, "Ah!"
It's the child from earlier. The Eot.
Whoa! Slow down, child! Here to help. Oh, my Lanta. Crazy child. Calm down.
You recognize this person as the person from the boat you were trying to get on. The one that was trying to haul the rope up.
Yeah. Stop. Just looking at you really wild out. It's just like, oh, I don't know what he would say. Oh my god. If he would say anything, or if he would just keep staring at you creepily.
All right, first off, I would like to formally apologize for hitting you with a boat. First of all. Secondly, you are awesome the way you went after that tentacle. That's my second point. Third, you disappeared. But hey, how you feeling? You need help feeling better? I mean,
He's
it's
just,
pretty fucked up, dude.
he's got ripped sheets just all over him, just random spots. He doesn't know what he's doing. Like, his whole thing is like, for a long time he was alone, and then he had some lady staying with him, and that's how he learned how to read, like Eot, and how he learned his name. And then he pushed her down the elevator shaft because she might have been a machine, so, or it might have been a wolf. So he's been alone since then. Yeah, so yeah, he's just kind of wrapped up. Yeah, he probably holds up a bloodied arm. It's just like, hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna go touch her arm with my hand and healing touching.
Dangerous shit there, man. You're gonna touch the scary, dirty child.
Mouth opens, might bite.
Well, it said skin to skin contact to heal, so I gotta go touch the little creepy little kid to heal it.
You're fine. He's just staring, his mouth slightly opening. Like, do I eat this? Is he offering a hand to eat? I don't understand.
It's his penance for hitting you with a boat.
So go ahead and you roll. Skin to skin in person, open your brain, roll plus weird. That's a 9. On a 7 to 9, heal one segment, but also opening your brain, so roll that move next. So you, you're healed, but
Okay.
we just
But
opened our, but Castiel just opened his brain to psychic maelstrom, so we got to figure out what that does. We got to figure out what happens here.
Oh, we lost someone.
Who'd we leave?
I think he opens his brain to the maelstrom automatically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on a 7 and 9, he does. Let's see. Exchanging harm.
Acting under fire from your patient's brain.
Which, by
Sending
the
crazy psychotic mental waves.
way, you guys, I forgot to tell you guys, you all needed to spend a barter for your lifestyle, and
Actually,
yeah, except for Lemmy Pop, who gets to tell Castiel what to spend for his lifestyle.
Castiel, I'm gonna say one this time because I did three last. So, so yeah, we definitely need to find me a show so I can make you some money,
Let's see.
or so that I can roll and get my leash off of you and make it Amy's leash instead.
So,
I can't roll.
so Castiel gets a +1 HX with me for healing a segment.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
But I don't get one. Darn.
exchanging her words from augury and sight.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what under assault from my brain would mean. I would assume maybe just opening their brain to the maelstrom and
Yeah,
they'd be
that's what
able
it.
to.
I'm just trying to find open brain to the maelstrom. Trying to find that one, that particular thing.
There you go.
And, yeah. The roll plus weird and tell you something new and interesting about the current situation. And he might ask you a question or two. And on a 10 plus, I give you a good deal too. Okay, so go ahead and roll your plus weird there, Castiel, because this is for opening your brain. That's a miss. What does it say about a miss? Interesting or to tell 79 impression. Is there anything about a miss? What happens on there?
Not that I see of, which is weird. You'd think there'd be something.
Hmm,
Maybe it'd be mental harm. I don't know.
maybe.
I think it's an MC decision at this point.
Probably. Uh, think. Flex for you get checks with some barter moves, changing augury. Couldn't find augury to save my life when I needed it. Arm rules, game, so I think probably you get hit with a psychic backlash, Castiel, when you heal him. What is Castiel's worst fear?
I want to lean towards the darkness, the emptiness of space,
Okay,
being alone, not with others.
all right. And second question: What was the time What was the time where you failed when it mattered the most?
Well, I tried to help some friends, and I tried to do the ways that I thought would be good, and the whole situation got jacked up even worse, and it just was really bad when I tried to help them, and it made things worse.
What was the situation? What were you trying to help them with?
creating a safe situation settlement for them to live in, and then help them get things set up for like a hospital type situation where they can heal other people that came there. So I kind of did it in a wrong way, and they got not the best quality of equipment.
Mhm. So maybe like instead of like you decided that there was probably the equipment that you could find at one site was probably going to be better than what you were looking at in front of you, and it was kind of a bad move. Maybe it cost some people their lives. Okay, all right. Uh, and yeah, you are healed. Castiel, you suffer the psychic trauma and feedback. Um, but they're yeah. But you have found the kid, the feral child.
It might not be a good thing.
Okay. Wow. That sucked. You feel better now?
He like nods and he reaches probably into like a dresser that's just sitting on the side, opens it up, and it's just layered with like just rusted metal. Just tons of piles of rusted metal from down below. He takes one and he hands another one to you. He goes, "Eat, feel better," and takes a bite out of his.
You can't come live with me.
Thanks. I'll save it for later, and I put it in my pocket.
Nice.
I was like, "What's something that can't really be barter, but would be?" I was like, "Rusted metal. No one wants rusted metal, so he likes rusted metal. It's a snack."
There you go. Right on.
Right on.
Uh, yeah, it stands to reason if that guy's here, the other people with the boat are here too.
Oh, the scratching noise one is here too.
Which one's the scratching noise one? Oh, yeah, it's funny. Okay, I was.
Yep. Uh,
Um, he, he's still a child, so he's like, he probably like reaches for your hand and grabs and starts pulling. He's like, "Come, show you. You're gonna get a tour of the den." Like I said, it was just like all the sheets of all the hotel rooms he could get to have been piled up into a corner, and like they've been piled over some furniture, so there's actually tunnels that go underneath, but he usually sleeps on top. It's a fun little cave system that he's built. It's his own little box fort. Um,
It's a fort. How
there's
cute.
Pillow fort in
pillows
the
piled everywhere.
apocalypse.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
He shows you. He takes you to the elevator. It's standing open. He like pushes aside a sheet and he's like, "Bad. This where wolves go."
So I'm guessing that. Okay. Your place is nice, though. You want to come say hi to the others?
Enthusiastically. And he nods again, a little bit less enthusiastically, like, "Oh, okay." But before he heads out, he goes back to the dresser and grabs a handful of rusted metal.
Food for the road. I get you, dude. Let's go.
Grabs his two little weapons, puts them on his side, and heads out with you. Oh, turns the radio off. It's one thing he learned.
Right on. Well, Castiel, it doesn't take you long to get back to the ship. I mean, you kind of have an idea of where you've been. You didn't stray too awful far. just because the squid can't really follow you in here doesn't mean there aren't other carnivorous aquatic life forms that might not be hungry. Um, so
Right. There's the weird walruses that have sonar.
I like to
Why do you keep
imagine.
bringing up
I like to imagine the area directly around the hotel
mhm.
doesn't have many of those. I've probably eaten it back. They've learned to avoid this area. It's where I fish.
Well, and don't forget about the platypus bears.
Stop.
Yeah,
You're gonna kill us.
those beach themselves over on the interest tower, the bank tower. Yeah, they beach up every once in a while and just sit there and rest, and I observe them. You know, we get along. It's a symbiotic relationship. We just leave each other alone. Sometimes I feed them. Yeah.
That's the fastest way to a platypus bear's heart is through food. If you feed it, it won't eat you.
And given the fact that we've already found out that yacht tossed the person who taught him to read and write down a elevator shaft, he's kind of, what don't, not sure I want to know what you feed them.
Definitely people. Definitely people.
Said I
And
didn't
he's
want to
like,
know. Just playing.
fish.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Anyways, we get back to the ship, find everybody else, and be like, "Hey, I found the kid."
I'll lift up my
yay.
welding mask and be like, "That is so great."
He's he's drooling a little bit at the welding mask, and he hands you a piece of rusted metal.
Look at it, and I'm gonna scrape at it a little bit and kind of thanks, and I'm gonna tuck it in my pocket.
It's
Put the
food.
mask.
To him, it's food. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
cool.
crazy that a child thing can eat metal.
He avoids Lemmy. Won't go near Lemmy.
This might actually be the first time you've seen this savage child because you were busy trying to drive the boat.
Right now, no, as far as it all goes, I'm all like, oh, a child. How do you get out here?
He has a cool hideout place with blankets and pillows, and like, it's just cool. It's got like
Oh.
a fort
I'm
thing,
like,
blankets and pillows.
I'm like, do you have a mummy and daddy, child? Roll my cool for that, please.
Okay.
What?
Hold on.
Do something under fire? I mean, I guess I might bite you if you come close to me.
Well, I'm not gonna come close to you. I've been bitten by children before.
But wait, why are you rolling cool like that?
I don't know. I
Because
was
I'm
just
trying
told.
to chill you out. It's that whole I'm using the daddy voice as a rock star.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah, you're a wolf.
hot is still the manipulation stat. So,
All right, well, fine. Then do hot.
Okay.
and two, yeah.
Same.
What was it?
It's the
8.
exact same. He's
So,
still
well,
So let me
8
find.
and
because I
8.
can't see the numbers. Oh, an eight's not bad.
Okay, so you tell me what you want. You said you want me to cool down.
I want you
Or,
to be a good boy and not hurt anybody.
I mean, he wasn't going to hurt anyone except you if you do anything weird to him.
Well, now, can we say that one of the pieces of barter that I actually have is a teddy bear?
Oh.
um,
Or like some sort of stuffed animal that's been sewn together so it's part teddy bear and part like puppy dog,
sure.
right? And I'm like, would this make you feel better? And I try to hand it to you, but I do it like I'm trying to hand a dog that's never met me food for the first time.
Yes.
Mm. Man, there's a reason I rolled for it. I wanted that roll to back up whatever I said because it's not necessarily the best stuff that
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out of
you
my
good.
mouth.
You got 7 and 9. So I on a PC, on a 7 and 9, choose one. If they do it, they mark experience. If they refuse, stacking under fire. Uh, so yeah, you choose one of those. If I do it, I get experience. If I refuse, I'm acting under fire.
So yeah, the first one.
I was like, I'm assuming you're not gonna make me act under fire.
No, no, I'm not going to attack you.
He just kind of like grabs one of its arms from a distance and like holds it up in front of him.
Right? No, no. As soon as I see that you have actual like physical contact with it, I let go and I take a step back. And I'm like, there you go, buddy. Just be a good boy for us.
He licks it.
The nice lady's gonna fix the ship, and then we're gonna go somewhere else. Maybe we can find someone for you to play with.
It does not taste like food.
Wait, no, no. You just hug it.
It's looking really
Do you like
cute
mime hugging?
and suspicious at you at the same time. Just kind of
Platypus
squeezes it.
bears hug all the time. I'm sure you've seen them do it.
Just keep making up these animals.
Yo,
It's
man,
gonna kill
this
him.
is a world where I can help create it, and when I say it, it officially becomes canon. Be
And
glad I
he's
haven't had like way more fucked up things for
That's
and
somebody to
amazing.
deal with.
and you have to remember Chris is also a fan of Avatar, so this
Well,
is
platypus bear makes sense in a water world because they're both aquatic and fearsome.
Mhm. I
Okay.
just want to be friends with
It
narwhal.
doesn't look like one of those platypus bears, but if you get the eggs, you can tame them.
God.
I'm gonna need a couple.
But it's incredibly hard to get platypus bear eggs. So,
This is gonna be
like,
a
it's
side
easier
quest.
to, raise a sunken ship.
Gets
All
that
I think I
right.
life
can heal
experience.
you enough attacked by a bear.
Well, and what's funny is like their major breeding ground is what's left of Mount Everest, because that's
Uh,
like the biggest island because it's the highest above the water.
Wow.
So they
Uh,
also breathe with very little air. So they're super cool.
so if I hit 5 experience points, do I roll it over now, or do I
yeah,
wait?
you
Okay.
You
will.
can't just
We
make a note on the side that
actually,
you've
yeah.
raised a level.
Just make a note that you've gotten an improvement. And
There's
And
checkboxes
since
I can do.
what
Yeah,
was my
I could.
second highlighted score besides weird?
Sharp.
Cool. And I've done one sharp too, so that's another experience for me.
Okay.
okay,
Or wait, no, it
so
wasn't sharp. It ended up being hot. Forget that
It was
experience.
hot, yeah.
so
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
since we have people who have gotten themselves improvements and it's already 125, let's go over the improvements here real quick. Everybody can write down can mark one HX up with any character that you've had a interaction with. So
Well, looks like we all get one HX with a boy.
yeah,
But I promise
Is
that
it one
soon we'll
character
do a
or all
show and I'll
characters?
make you some money.
I believe it's all characters
Okay.
you've interacted with. At least
I
that's what
wasn't.
we're gonna. That's what we're gonna do this time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Let
I
me
wasn't sure. I was like, because I know I definitely interacted with Castiel the most. But if it's all
Right.
characters, then yeah, I'll mark all of them.
So yeah, go ahead.
Lemmy has 4 now. Yachts. So does he get another experience?
Yeah, he drops it to 0, and he gets another experience for it. Another
Okay.
experience.
Then
So
you have 4 points towards experience.
okay. So if
You
you
got it.
are when you have if you have hit an improvement or two, you will see a section under your stats called improvements. And this is stuff that you can buy with those improvements that you got. It'll be a little bit different for most characters. Some characters, you can choose to get anything from that improvement deal, or you can get uh, moves from your own playbook.
Or moves from another playbook.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
can only get, depending on your class, there's a maximum cap out of how many moves from other playbooks you can
Yeah.
get. But once you've
And
picked
that's
an
fine.
improvement, once you've picked one of those improvements that's under your improvements, you'll put a check mark by it because you can only pick it the one time.
I wanted to pick the one that's get a gang detail for security and leadership.
Okay.
How many people would be in my gang?
I believe you get like a small gang with that. There's a small or a medium gang with.
Right? As far as it goes, I'm thinking about multi-classing as chopper because the chopper's ability to pull things out of their ass is beautiful.
Nice.
I like mine. I went ahead and got a new move called Feral. Try to
Well,
do
and the nice thing about the
because
show, of course, is he starts with all his moves.
Mm,
I can now choose to spend 0 barter instead of 1 at the beginning of every session, as I
nice.
Nice.
just am
Eh,
happy to survive on whatever I can find,
You
like
know,
rusted pieces of
at
metal.
this point, I think it would be super cool to give the small child the leash.
make
You
him
think
pay
I'd do
barter
this,
just because
buddy?
he doesn't have to pay for his own survival, but he has to pay for yours.
Well, no, no,
Nope.
no, because then it's a tiny child thing that's actually guiding my like decisions in life. Like,
That's
you think
funny.
I'd do this? Yeah, yeah, I do. I think that'd be super cool.
That's
Okay, well,
funny.
let's see.
Hell no. Because I have no barter other than the bear you gave me. You get nothing.
Well, no,
The
that's
funny
the
part
thing.
about all of that, of course,
The,
is the fact that it doesn't matter.
no, no.
If you're the one with the leash, you still have to figure it out.
Yep, you have to work it out with me.
I
'Cause
can eat you.
you can't eat me.
No, I can eat him.
Yeah, you could, but you have my leash. Why would you do that?
Oh my
Here's the
gosh.
thing:
I don't care.
having the leash of the show means a couple of things. One, you pay for their lifestyle, and they tell you how much you're paying for their lifestyle. And two, however, when they do collect barter, when they do spend barter, they spend it out of your pocket. But when they collect barter, it goes directly into your pocket.
Right? Like if she rolled double sixes for me and I was actually playing a show, I could meander to or not meander, pander to my audience and make up to 10 barter at once.
Mhm.
So you could go from being at -3 barter because I was like, oh yeah, yeah, 3 then. And you're like, I don't even have 3. I don't care. Figure it out.
It sounds
You
like he
know,
already has your leash. I don't know if you can transfer leash power like that.
you can transfer leash, but he has to say something, and then I have to like fail
Oh,
my
just
roll
like,
by fucking
fuck
like 5
you.
or more or something like that.
Oh. I was like, I don't want to be
There is
yours
a way to
anymore.
change my leash. That's all I know.
Okay, I thought you were just literally saying you're gonna give your leash to me right now. I was like, ah,
No, no,
we
no.
just
There
met.
there are
I'll eat
rules
it.
to it, but I have to actually play a show first.
Ah,
Yep, yep.
I think I should have more of a British accent than I've been giving, and I'm kind of sad about that.
Oh, you
It's
could
because I
like
can't do
you
the
could just
rocker Brit. I can only do like the Cockney Brit.
Well, like, look, that's kind of it. You right, like, it's. I'm gonna tell you, it was back in Bristol, and what was it, 2001,
No, no, no. I know you
2002?
can, sir. I can do a Churchill Brit, and I can do the rain in Spain is mainly on the plain, but that's not exactly the kind of voice that I think the show should have, because it also bleeds into my Australian accent as well.
Right,
uh,
uh, right on.
Ooh,
Well,
accordions.
so for those of you who are taking improvement, if you had, you're gonna get, Starlight, you're gonna get a gang. I will look
mhm.
that up and I will get with you. Uh, remind me this week and we'll go through that and look up.
Uh, I was gonna say we can try for like
Is
Tuesday
Yeah, I mean, well,
because yeah, this is
I
my week where I have Tuesday night off.
I was gonna say Chris would actually probably be able to help you on Tuesday. I actually have to work this Tuesday, strangely,
Okay. So
because
I'm
so
available like after 8 if that's okay with you.
yeah.
And that's fine, especially since I wasn't feeling good. I had took my headset home, so I can just talk to you on Discord whenever.
Cool.
Yep.
And I keep all the books on my Kindle because I'm like super into Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have 5 gigs of books on my fucking big Kindle.
I'm
Nice.
here for this.
Right on, right on. Well,
But yeah, I'm more than willing to help you, especially with this. I mean, the better we can be in the apocalypse, the better it is.
Yeah, totally.
And
Oh,
I
did I
still
fix
need to
his
read
boat?
Child Thing because I'm interested in what they can do.
you get about
I
you
mean,
have.
there has to be some significant power to be like, I'm going to limit myself by only being 11 years old.
um, I can literally just like I did earlier. I can literally just withdraw any time into the psychic maelstrom, meaning
Mhm.
I can get out of any situation.
Right? So long as you don't roll shit. But yeah.
No, no, even
Even
if
if
I
you use hell?
miss, yeah, I still
Oh,
get pulled in.
nice.
I don't get to choose. I just sit there for many hours. I'm stuck in the maelstrom as it passes, and I'm listening to the mother's heartbeat in a dark, warm environment.
Oh, that's lovely, but also
Oh,
kind of creepy.
But I do
yeah.
pop back out where I was. So like if I'm trapped in a room, I can't just escape if I miss. I have to hit a hit and teleport somewhere else.
Mm.
Mm. But that's okay. Tiny children can teleport are kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I can take sniffing the air or mercurial. Mercurial is whenever you want change any or all of your looks. Those who know you can still recognize you, but they have to look closely. The other one is I can sniff the air and ask a question
Well,
like, "Who here is most afraid? Who are close to the wolves, or how close are the wolves? Who has secrets?"
Right,
uh,
but technically I'm not a wolf. I was just told that I should tell what's his name that I was.
You're a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh wait, it was you I told, wasn't it?
Yes, I no you. So what was happening? I wasn't supposed to explain wolves to you. I was literally supposed to ask it to you. Hey, are you a wolf of the maelstrom? And then you say yes or no. Literally anything else it doesn't count. And if you say yes, then you go straight to -2 HX for me.
Mm. It's okay though. I'm all right with being a wolf.
Being that I had your leash, I made you say yes.
Well, I just went along with it. Technically, there should have been a roll involved, but we didn't do it that time. It sounded like fun to me as well. I've been lots of things. Today I shall be a wolf. Ow!
It is.
all right. So
As far as it goes.
we're has everybody kind of figured out what improvements they're getting and marked it on their sheet?
Yes, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And obviously you won't be able to mark yours until later.
No,
What have you?
but the bonus of me is I can raise my character on Monday.
Yep, that is true. That is true. With that said, I think maybe we'll go ahead and get our outros going on then. And sorry, it's a late start. Just dealing with shit with my computer and fucking weirdos in the street and what have you. Um, so let's go ahead and let's get Chris out of the way first,
Mm.
since that way he can kind of relax and rest and kind of take care of the.
No, no, it went away about half an hour ago.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
good.
Well, yeah,
Like
well,
I'm actually not laying down with my eyes closed at this point.
good, good. Glad to
So yeah,
hear it.
yeah. I apologize for being so quiet. You guys know I'm normally way more into this.
Right.
Tonight I played Lemmy Pop Stardust, the rocker of the water world apocalypse that we're living on. And tonight you actually did see me fucking play some things very well, and I'm super stoked about that. Thank you, Amy, for being my fucking roller tonight.
You're welcome.
Um, 'Cause yeah, and I will continue to rock and fucking cause things to fucking go crazy. And even if I rock badly, that does not stop things from going crazy, guys. So that's super awesome. On Monday nights, I play Captain's Eye, and I have been doing so for 126 official weeks, plus probably about 14 more on top of that. It's a super kick-ass game, and our GM is fucking amazing. How else could he keep us entertained for so long? Um, Then, the most important section of the night is my friend Purple Codex sells t-shirts at tpublic.com. They are amazing, fantastic, and completely 100% epic. But this commercial is a two-parter, and tonight that honor shall go to James. No, I'm just kidding. James isn't here. Otherwise, he would do it. So are you? Is anyone prepared
For what? The
I
for the second
mean,
half of Purple Codex's commercial?
I could try it.
do it with
Okay.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now do it in your super perky voice.
Okay. Hey guys, do you want some ethically negligible shit, but also epically cool? You should try visiting tpublic.com, looking for
Purple
Purple
underscore
Codex.
Codex.
Because I can't remember what our URL is, but it's fucking cool. And you just look up Purple Codex and you find all their cool shit. I actually bought a sticker. It's currently on my computer. It's pretty fucking adorable. And she got like a whole $1 out of it. So
Mhm.
you should totally get involved with this. Support local artists, to support independent artists, and be a part of this community by letting go of your ethics and purchasing some
Because
epically
Purple
cool shit.
Codex merchandise is epically made, not ethically made.
Yes.
See, and now even better than ever, it was a three-part commercial tonight, folks. That is a first for us. Oh, and even though it doesn't exist in this multiverse, tonight's episode was also brought to you by Bort's. Fuck, words are hard, guys. Let's try that one more time. Bort's, booze, and bitches. It's food worth dying over.
Right. Let's
And one of these days, we'll have T-shirts for that too.
I'm working on it. I
that's
actually have
possible.
t-shirts, by the way. I
Really?
kind of put that
Nice.
shit on my own TeePublic because I was listening to how cool that shit was. So, if you want to get some t-shirts, you can. But I'm not going to step on Purple's toes. Mention that you
Mm.
can visit
Now,
TeePublic and
eventually,
search
the
for
commercial
Amy
can be
Geddon.
like, our friends Purple Codex and Amy Geddon have T-shirts at tpublic.com.
Yeah.
Wow, Purple's are epic and unethical. Amy's are super cute and completely ethical.
So ethical.
They are the most ethical you can be and still be a T-shirt at
I love it.
tpublic.com. Amy Geddon.
I love it.
Well, uh,
And I love when we have commercials for our fake things too, because yeah, TeePublic is great, but Bort's Booze and Bitches and Naughty Ninas have their own theme song.
They
yeah.
do. It's
Well,
good shit.
Well,
right
at
on.
least Naughty Ninas.
I was gonna say, Bortz doesn't have
We
a
need
theme
to we
song.
need to come up with a jingle for fucking Bort's Booze and Bitches.
I don't know. Then we'd have to come up with a logo for Naughty Ninas.
I mean, you do know a
It's
Hey
person who could make
Amy,
that shit.
we need a
it's a
PG
goblin.
rated Naughty Ninas.
It's a
Oh, it's a
Okay.
goblin in a
goblin.
bikini on a stripper pole.
That's not PG, but I could probably work some shit out.
How about a goblin in a bikini doing the whole? Nope, that's still PG-13.
Right.
You figure it
Well,
out. It's not something we
okay.
need to worry about right now.
Right.
Okay.
Let's
We're just brainstorming logos. It's fine.
right. It's new creative processes here. Well, Amy, why don't you do your sign off?
Yeah. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Amy Geddon, and tonight I played Starlight Fingertoes. Only got to pick up one thing with her toes tonight. She was a little sad, but she did run with sharp glass towards a tentacle. Unfortunately, she didn't get to cut any of that tentacle off, so no one gets their protein.
Well,
So we got to meet the scary feral child who I am unsure whether I want to love or not. We shall see.
It is the most metal child you've ever met, though.
Yeah.
This is true. He has so much street cred, it's oozing out of his scary mouth. So, on Sundays, you can catch me in Cosmos, where I am Stella Nightshade, a Duskwalker elf who I didn't make it last weekend. But I'll be there tomorrow. And I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that some people died, and then all hell broke loose. And I also have a child in that game that I'm trying to adopt. We shall see. I don't even know where she is. I don't fucking honestly. It's just you miss one session and everything just goes to total shit. So I'm excited
Sometimes.
to yeah, I'm excited to walk into that shit show tomorrow. And then Mondays, I am Vesa Riven. She's a Lashunta in Starfinder, and I also can't quite remember what we're doing, but I will when we get this recap and I look at my notes. But she's super fun, bubbly, and perky, and just wants to have a good time. So that's me.
I was gonna say, right now we're actually waiting for Shaba to get back so Scott can be like, Captain, I have to go find the sifter.
That's right. And we
It's
put googly
imperative
eyes.
to everyone's lives. And I'm all over here like, we'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, you want to take
Right.
the other ship? Yeah, Shaba's back. Let's see if Shaba wants to go save the universe.
Ask your
I,
mother, dear.
you just go, you give Shaba all the shit jobs.
just do.
You
What,
just
saving
like,
the universe is a shit job?
It's
well,
a
it's
pretty big
well
deal.
the way you said it was kind of like I'm pawning this off on somebody else because I don't want to do this shit.
Well, no,
I
no.
mean,
As far as the sifter goes, from Captain's eyes, like he's like, I understand exactly what you're talking about. I really just don't care because I think this is more important.
saving the universe is great, but have you guys tried putting googly eyes inside of a guy completely made of ooze? That shit's fucking
Uh,
Oh,
hilarious.
you
right?
did.
It will be because
Yeah.
you get to do that next week. I still thought it was kind of messed up that he just decided to end the episode because you were going to try and have that. He's like, we're going to save that for next time because
Ah,
I can't laugh that long.
I'm sorry. It's okay. It
wow.
gives me time to work it out. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, you don't know, Daniel. So, Daniel, we have a living
I know.
ooze
I know.
that is a,
He's the
what is he?
chill, like hippie dude. I love him.
Yeah, he's the chill hippie
I
dude,
just didn't know
but
about the googly eyes.
he's the, what?
Dude, my googly eyes.
He's the Valkyrie class, is that right?
Vanguard.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, they realized that they could put googly eyes inside of him because he's wearing armor. He'd have googly eyes. It'd be fun. And I'm like, yes. And there's a chance that they can actually get it done because they've discovered the power of diplomatic titties.
They
Oh
just
no. I heard about
diplomatic
that.
titty.
The
They're the best.
Jeez.
uh,
Right? That's another shirt.
the funny
It
thing,
Another
is.
shirt.
I'm working on that, but I can't figure out how to make it look cool without it looking like cartoon titties on your chest. So
Mm.
I'm working
Well,
it out.
once you get it figured out, that might be the first shirt you sell because I have a friend that would wear that shirt every day.
To be
Okay.
fair,
And
I would also
they
be
are
tempted.
diplomatically epic.
I will definitely work on this shirt.
wow, right on. Well, let's psychopathic. Why don't you do your sign off next?
Okay, psychopathic, whatever. I don't know. Scott, pick a name. I don't know. I got too many. So I played Castiel, and I actually got to make somebody feel better, even though I saw some very horrible and bad things. But the child feels better. Yeah, I don't know. I went a little weird there. That's how healing works in this. It's kind of weird. He feels better though, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. You killed me. I like it.
Okay, what else? So tomorrow, I don't know. Next time we do Ballad of the Menagerie. Um, play chess. We're still working out getting all the people around so that we can do that again. Um, we're trying to like do the aftermath of Planet Z, and I'm still calling that regardless of what everybody else says.
It's Planet
Hashtag
Kneecap.
Shrike Universe forever.
Planet kneecap.
Hey, what's fun is that's actually been a town in at least 5 or 6 D&D adventures because that's what I always name the town.
I love it.
uh,
So
Anyway,
this time it gets to be the whole planet.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
Scott, when we were playing third, that was the name of my town.
yeah, I remember. Anyways, that's still the name of the planet that we're still trying to fix things and make it better. Which, I don't know. We have armor that Captain's Eye made, so it has his logo and stuff all over it, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, what
Yeah,
else?
Captain's Eye originals are fancy.
Yeah. Okay, the other game, I'm also on the Fire Strike on Monday as Xander. And he is, yes, the one concerned about this sifter that needs to be found. But right now, I'm in the hallway consulting somebody that's weeping and crying. I don't. She's not feeling well, but I'm just a
Hashtag
support
Melanie.
holder.
I mean, you visit Melanie, but you won't visit your fake girlfriend, and I'm sad about it.
Well, all right. So just so you know, Melanie is actually not human, and one of her
Figured.
magic powers is the ability to go suck excess energy off the power core of the starship. She
Really?
is not a helpless, almost 18-year-old girl. We got like 3 weeks before her birthday.
Oh.
Because Captain Zai keeps track of time. Because he was like, she can't be an NPC until she's a grown up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fine. How old did you say she was? Excellent. How long are we in drift? Excellent.
Wow.
uh,
Man, and see, once she becomes a PC and gets up to like 6th level, she'll go to Planet Zai and just diplomat the fuck out of that place. That's my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I want her to envoy, become semi kick ass, and then just go live on Planet Zai. Because she's like, you guys are too crazy. I need to just chill out and be a teenager somewhere.
Oh.
Well, you need a job. Fine, I'll diplomat, uncle.
Oh.
Because Nahir was supposed to be the dad.
uh, all right.
Sorry, side stuff, guys.
All
Right.
right, got one more. Okay, I'm also in the "Don't Seattle for Less" thing.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, my brain just totally forgot what character I'm playing. I don't know. I
Sir.
step into the Matrix, and mess with things. My brain just forgot. Decker,
Yeah, Sir. Sir was the name, right?
sir. Yes,
Well,
and I don't remember what we were doing, but we were like trying to frame a senator for killing a hooker or something like
mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure that out. That's all I remember. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Who cares? It'll be fun. And that is everything now.
Killing a hooker and framing a senator for it, that's just a Tuesday night for us.
I mean, that's just politics.
Sassy, why don't you go next?
What up? Sassy McNasty 69 or Daniel. You know, it's cool. Or Yacht. Hey, I got to go crazy. It was fun. Yacht is. He got his protein. I don't know about the rest of you. He got a couple good chops out of that thing. That thing's gonna remember I attacked that boat, and when I pulled my tentacle down, there were tiny little marks missing. Uh, yeah, he eats metal or whatever is on hand, but rusted metal is like candy to him, so that's a thing. Still debating trying to eat the teddy bear. It doesn't taste that good when he licks it, so yeah, don't hand him barter. It might not be barter for long.
Oh.
Beyond that, you can catch me tomorrow for Cosmos as Kira Kasoki, the Ratfolk Witch, who's just casting shadows everywhere, and someone got murked by being pushed off a crow's nest, and they were really a vampire, as we found out. So it really wasn't too terrible. They were a vampire, so we were right about that. They are dead now, so
I
that
thought he was something else.
a dampire, sorry, dampier, half
Yeah.
vampire, still dead, so it doesn't matter anymore. He's gone. Kapow.
Did you
Uh,
find my baby?
yeah, he was standing over her in the crow's nest, so that's why he
Okay.
got pushed. She was
Okay.
unconscious, and she had weird slime all over her.
Oh no.
It was aboleth, like aboleth goo or something.
Oh.
We were trying to we thought it was from the handcuffs. We were doing all these like arcana checks, and we couldn't figure anything out. The handcuffs seemed normal, and then the NPC Erin walks up. She's like, "Oh, let's get this off you, dear," and just starts wiping it off. We're like, "Oh, awkward."
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, and I think
No, that should have been when you made your move.
what? No, this is a child. What is
Oh,
it
no,
doing? Going
I
hot on children?
apologize.
It's okay. I don't think she's a real human child. She's something weird. She's
Yeah,
well, she's
but
not.
I still
She's
love
like
She's
her.
9.
evil.
she looks 9, but looks 9, acts like she's 5, but she's really 2 weeks old. So
Yeah, yeah, it's
it's
weird.
weird. But yeah, that's it. I'm just in Saturday and Sundays, I think. Yes. Yeah.
Until we do Cowboy Bebop again one day.
I don't know. I still got
Oh.
to think about that. I don't want to. I don't want to get too many games.
Mm-hmm.
I already have another real life game I have to go into, and I'm like,
I know. I get it.
but yeah, that's
Right.
it for me.
Otherwise, I would hashtag love to have Daniel back on Mondays because we need good people on the Fire Strike.
You should come play with
Right.
us.
I don't know. After this merch thing
Oh,
finally pops, I think that Captain's Eye is going to start having a whole bunch of like new rules.
I think I'd still love to see the return of Oliver Byrne.
Yeah, I do miss Oliver.
uh,
I just can't do that late. It was killing me, especially
I
now
can
that you guys are going
understand.
early.
Yeah, I can understand. Right on.
Completely.
With that said, I guess it's back to me. And I am the Jester King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights for Fire Strike, my favorite band of space terrorists, space pirates, and never do wells. You can, which season 5, 126 episodes. Holy shit, that's a long campaign. You can also catch me here on Tuesday nights for Don't Seattle for Anything Less. We've been kind of hit and miss lately, and unfortunately, this week is probably going to be a miss as well. For Thanksgiving week, my schedule has changed. So unless they play minus Salvo, then that we might not be here. Um, I play Salvo, the elf combat mage who loves fireballs about as almost as much and possibly more than Shaba does. Um, the You can also catch me here every other Saturday night for the Bitter Ends, our Apocalypse World. Quite right. Currently, we're in the Waveworld sessions, and then we've got the Sundays. We're on hiatus with Ballad, but I'm still working on casting for it. But eventually, we will return with Ballad of the Menagerie. Which
Strike first forever.
which are the sort of up and coming like sort of problem solvers that have been hired to deal with a lot of the things on planet Patella that Zai kind of left hanging, and the various sort of things that he can't administrate from several systems away and what have you, from a completely
Right.
different cluster. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on there. Currently, we're seeing some of the fallout from the last things that happened with on the ballad, and a few of the things that are happening because the ballad is not operating right now as well, or because the menagerie is not operating. So hopefully we'll get that squared away and we can get back to it because I rather like the idea of a couple of different shows set in the same universe. Um,
Hashtag so does Captain's Eye.
sorry. Uh, and for social media, let's do this thing here. Let's get this. If you are watching us here on Twitch and you would like to go back and rewatch the episode and kind of like, uh, you know, relive some of the crazy moments that were a lot of fun here, um, you know, uh, make a drinking game out of how many times I use or whatever it is. Um,
Fantastic.
that
We're
too.
gonna be drunk. Love
Uh,
it.
right. You can catch us on YouTube at Paradise Theater. If you are watching on YouTube and you want to catch this while the energy is live, wild, and your grandma can't spoil the ending for you, uh, you can watch us on Twitch at Paradise Theater. The big difference between the two is there is a space between each word on YouTube, and there's an underscore between each word on Twitch. And if you're looking for some scheduling updates, some, uh, you know, thoughts, random thoughts and jokes, and stuff that's relevant to sci-fi fantasy, and I don't know, some kind of memes. There's some kind of higher.
What
memes.
Thank you. You can catch us on Pear Theater on Twitter. And with that said, I believe that's all we've got for the night, and we're gonna get out of
Next time.
here. Everybody have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
See you next time. Diplomat.